All right, this is our final video on Evil Clutches. We're almost done with the game. I think if we play it, we can see most everything's working, except the game is really, really quiet right now. And a lot of things about game, if you're playing a game, it's, I got to straighten that score thing out. But here, the score's kind of working. Oh, just killed the baby. That's bad. The end of game is pretty brutal, and maybe we want to add a way to win the game. Some people have thought about maybe put a health bar over the boss monster, and if you hit him with enough fireballs, then the game's over. But that takes a little doing. We're going to do health bars in a subsequent game, so we're going to hold off on that. But we do need to add some sound to the game. There's a lot of things cool in a game, like sound cues really help you. I don't know. I've been playing old school StarCraft lately, and there's a lot of sound cues. There's nothing else but this creepy sound, and when you hear that sound, something bad's going to happen, or maybe a unit just got created and you can go use it now. Completion sounds and stuff. So we're going to first start with the background music. There's a folder for that. Let's see if I can find it though. Sounds right there. So we want to put these in the sounds folder. So I'm going to create sound. And here, we'll just call this one, I just right-click on the folder, sound, and then that'll open this up. Well, and then say create sound, I guess. And we'll call this one SND_music, just to continue our naming convention. Hopefully I started the recording. Yeah, I did. Okay, so there's, but we haven't picked our file yet. Where do we get this file from? It's really not clear, actually, what you click on to get the file. So you have to, I think it's this. Choose sound file, yeah, that one. So it's not very clear that you're supposed to click right there to go choose the sound. Now I have this out in our classes folder. So if you go to your S drive, for me it's my W drive, but for you it would be your S drive. And we want to go to Game Design 1, Evil Clutches. Here's the resource files. And the sound we want is our music. So that would be, Menu, Mother, Save, Shield. Which one is it? Health, Good, Fireball. Look at all these different sounds we can use. Hurt, Menu. Maybe it's Menu? It'd have to be a little bit longer. Yeah, so maybe we don't have background music here. Yeah, these seems to be all event type things. Fireball, Hurt, things like that. So what I would suggest is maybe just pick out some music, maybe from another folder. I thought this one had music in it. Here's Galactic Mail. It probably has music. Yeah, there's music. So we'll use that one. So go out to Galactic Mail and choose that music. It's got an MP3 file format. We'll use that. It's probably not appropriate for this game, but at least we have something, right? So choose that. You can play it. Let's see what it sounds like. That doesn't really match our theme. Okay, so it's got a funny beginning, but at least you get the idea. We've got cheesy music. But if you have a better song, please choose that. We don't have to listen to this one. Okay. Most of the music in these resources are terrible, okay? There's a reason why I always wait till the last day to add the sound, is because it makes noise. So, and using the music is terrible. So get it added, but maybe shut your sound down after you get it added, so I don't have to listen to it. Okay. So anyway, at least locally. Now the other thing, when you play it, see this one here? It says preview looped. Now that's preview. I guess when we set up the sound, we say whether or not to loop it or not. Can we edit the sound in here? I wonder if it has a sound editor. We could chop off that beginning part, but I don't think so. Okay, so you'd have to get like Audacity or something to go and edit this if you want to edit it. Okay, so we've got our sound. Where do we want to put it? That's always the big question. Where do we want to start it? And you want to start it in something that gets created at the beginning of the game that only gets created once, right? Because you don't want multiple versions of the soundtrack playing. Yeah, so you can do the dragon or the boss. The boss, there's only one boss. We're doing everything in the dragon, so I might as well do it there. Okay, so we'll say add event. And we're going to say, what event? Well, we could do it in the create event. That would work, but maybe a better event would be game start. Okay, so you start this right when the game starts. So if the dragon happens to be there at the start of the game, and it does, then you do this. And what do we want to do? We want to play sound. So you might want to say sound here. Here's all the sound commands. Play audio, stop all audio, pause audio, resume all audio, set audio position. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, this is always cool if you have a unit off to your right that you want to make noise and it comes out of the right speaker but not the left. That's always kind of cool. Get audio length. Get audio pitch. Oh, that's weird. Set audio volume. Get audio volume. And then here, set master volume. If the sound is playing, if the sound is paused. Okay, so we want to do this one. Play audio. We want to choose our sound file. Because this is background music, you want to say loop. You only want to do this for background music. You don't want to do this for like little short sounds that happen when events happen in your game. Those, if they looped, it would drive me crazy. There's no target here. So this will play the audio. Now when I start the game, we'll see if we hear it. Playing the game. There it is. Okay, so it works. It plays our sound. It'll loop, but again, yeah. So an error. So errors that you might get would be if this thing doesn't exist. Make sure you spell this the same here and there. I always pick it from the list so I don't misspell it. These little list things are helpful because that way you don't have to type them in. So just make sure you spell it correctly. Okay, and again, what event are we attached to? We're in the, and if you really dislike the sound, which I'm starting to dislike, what you can do is you can replace it with some other MP3 file. You got to be careful with music, though. A lot of it's copyrighted. I always get kind of grumpy when I hear a song I wrote on the radio that I didn't sell to the person playing it. So that's frustrating. Yeah. It's not working? Okay, let me come over. Let's see what's up.
The error said it had something to do with it shooting.
Oh, shooting.
But it wasn't doing that before he edited the sound.
Yeah, it's interesting. Okay, so let's look at the error and see. Sometimes the error can really tell you what's going wrong. Okay, so it says, still playing too. Object dragon, it says, variable object dragon, can't shoot. Yeah, there's no underscore. It's not set before reading it. Can't shoot plus equals 1. So this is in the dragon. So we look at the create event of the dragon. You don't have a create event. There's your problem.
Shoot, did I delete that?
Yeah, you must have accidentally deleted it.
Oh shoot, I think I did accidentally delete that.
Let's try Control Z to see if we can bring it back. Sometimes you can. You can say undo. Let's see, it's undo up there. It's not available to choose though. Yeah, you're gonna have to rebuild it.
Could you do that, sir?
Sure. So we set a variable called can shoot. So you can type that in there. Spell it the same way though. Can shoot. And we set it equals 0. Yeah, that's fine. What else happens in the create event? I think that's it. Let's see. It'll tell us. If it doesn't work, Okay, it's good.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I can fire.
Oh, okay, so that's...
Yeah. Okay. We got to figure out what events do we want to add music or add sounds to, sound effects for. So clearly, I think we want. Let me turn on my recorder. So next, we want to add sound effects to the different events that are happening in the game. If we look at our list of available sounds, well, certainly the one we want would be the fireball sound. So we say create sound. And so we're going to call this one SND underscore fireball. And then again, you click on this little ellipses thing. Ellipses is like 3 dots next to each other. Ooh, I spelled it wrong. S&D Fireball. Click here. And then I'm going to go back to my Evil Clutches folder, because in there, they have all the little sound effects. And Fireball is maybe breath. Maybe it's that one. Is there a fireball one? I don't see it. Well, let's take a listen to it. This one. Let's just play it. I don't want to install that. Okay, I'll just. What's over there? Oh, it's my fireball. There it is. I can't read. Okay. So there's a fireball sound. So we choose that. We can listen to it. Let's see what it sounds like. Sounds kind of like a whoosh or flame getting lit. So that sounds like a good fireball sound. So we'll do that. What other sounds do we need? We probably need a sound when a baby gets accidentally destroyed. So we're going to create the baby sound. Or not the baby sound, but the baby's squealing sound. It's a sound, what should we call this? There's a sound when the baby gets created, I think. And there's another sound when the baby gets destroyed. So we're going to say baby destroy. Okay. So when the baby gets destroyed, what sound is that? I think it's this one. Hurt, that one. So if you hit a baby, ooh, no, that's not it. That's probably if we're going to do the health thing on the boss, that be that one. But maybe, is it baby? Yeah, I think baby. Let's listen. Yeah, that's it. It makes that little squeaky noise. So when you hear that, that's bad. Okay. So destroying the baby, and then we want to make the demon sound when the demons go away or if we destroy them. So we'll call this one Demon Destroy, I guess. And we can go try it. Let's see. So here's Demon, but that's, I think, when Demon gets created. Maybe it's hurt. Let's listen to both of them and see. Here's Demon. Yeah, it kind of sounds like he's dying. The other one is called Hurt. And I think we heard that already, but yeah. So I think we want the first one. That one seems more like the boss monster getting hurt. So I'd go with Demon. And then, yeah, we're not going to use all of these, but those are the ones I think are the important ones. Okay, so we got our background music. We have fireballs. We have babies. Oh, babies being saved. We probably need that sound. So we're going to create one more sound. Sound baby save. So instead of destroying babies, we're saving them. And that's save. This one. Okay. See what that sounds like. Yeah, so kind of a cooing sound, kind of a nice sound. Okay, so we've got our starter sounds. Now we have to implement them or put them in the right place. We got our background music going already. Fireball, obviously, is when we shoot the fireball. Who shoots the fireball? That's the mother dragon, so it's the dragon object. What shoots the fireball? It's the space bar. So this one, in the mother dragon, we've got the space bar. And we only want to play the sound if we're actually creating a fireball, right? Remember, we don't create a fireball until the can shoot variable is greater than 0. So here's where we create it. That's probably where we want to play it. Okay. So here, recent, this one, play, no, that's actually script. Play sound. You might want to put that maybe there on top of create instance. And again, we're going to play the fireball sound. We don't want it to loop. Please don't click on loop. You won't like it. Okay. So now when we fire, okay. Yeah, so that sounds pretty good. Okay. So now we've got our fireball sound. Next, well, we have that sound when the baby gets destroyed. So let's look at that. So that would be the fireball, right? The fireball hitting a baby. We don't ever want that to happen, but sometimes it does. So here's the fireball. So the object we're looking at is fireball. We've got the baby. And we're destroying everything. And we lose points. But we also want to make that pathetic baby squealing sound. So how do we do that? Again, we're choosing from our recently used ones here. We can just put it at the bottom. And what sound are we playing? The baby destroy one. That one. Okay, so when we inadvertently destroy babies or hit it with a fireball, then the baby gets destroyed. We should hear a... Yeah, that sound. Oh, I did it again. Okay. So that's the baby being destroyed. But what if we save the baby? Now, we save the baby when the baby collides with the dragon. We put most of the collisions in the dragon. So here's the baby colliding with the dragon. See, we're in the dragon object. Here's the baby. We want to sound happy now. We double-click on the baby. That's what we want. So what do we do already? Well, we score 500 points, and then we destroy the baby, strangely enough. But then we also want to make our baby saving sound. So here again, recently used. And this is now the baby save sound. That's destroy, save, okay? Let's try to save some babies. See if that works. Yeah. Yeah. So it makes a nice sound when the baby gets saved. Our last sound we haven't used yet is the demon. Did we do the demon? Yeah, demon destroy we haven't done yet. Okay, so demon gets destroyed when it gets hit by a fireball. So we go to the fireball object. Here's where it collides with the demon. What do we want it to do? Oop, I'm in the wrong one. I always got to remember to click on it before I... This one. Good. And then what sound do we want to play? We want to play the demon destroy sound. So there's demon destroy here. And then that's in when the fireball hits the demon. Okay. So again, like everything in this game, everything's event-driven. This is event-driven coding. It's a style of coding that works really well inside Game Maker. Now, I tried writing a game for the Xbox One. It uses C#, and I was assuming they use an event-driven system, and they don't. And so I was really confused when I first started, because the way an Xbox works is you don't wait for something to happen. You constantly check to see if anything's happening. So you pull all the little controls, and if there could be 15 different controls on a controller, you have to ask each one, hey, is anyone pressing you right now? So it's not a great system, but I guess it works. So here, I think that's our last thing. Are we at code complete? So I saved the baby. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, so that little kind of noise that the demons make when they get hit by a fireball. Let's try one more time. Yeah, it sounds like they're dying, so okay. So anyway, last thing to check, again, the room still feels really tight, so you might, I think we did this already, but if we go to our room, we want to make sure, yeah, we made it a little taller, so game's still quite a challenge, though. But it's pretty much a game. I do need to move my score. You can do that later, but maybe a end of game type of thing would be good. Say we're saying, say if you get a score of, I don't know, 5,000, let's say, just picking a number out of the air, then you win. You could say that. But then the question is, well, where do you check that? Well, again, it's one of those things that you should only happen, it should be checked on anything that's not being destroyed, that can't be destroyed, like the dragon or the boss. And also, it needs to have access to the score, so we're keeping the score inside of the dragon, if you remember. Score used to be global, but it's not anymore. It's inside the dragon. So maybe the dragon is the best place for it. Now, when would you need to check? And the answer is every frame, because you just don't know when it's going to happen. There's no event that says you win. So if we go to the dragon and we look at the step event, what are we doing already? We just need to add to that. Oh, we already did it. See that? If the score is greater than or equal to 10,000, okay, so that's a little bit ambitious, maybe 5,000. If you are, then you win. It'd be nice to be able to tell them they won, but there's no way to do that without doing a bunch of fancy coding. So if you get to 5,000, your game's just going to magically end and it's going to start over. So you know you got to the high score thing because you've made it. Now, if we really want to see this in action, I'm going to make it really small. I wouldn't leave it like this. So this is just to test it. But if I get to 500 points, I'm going to see what happens. See if it actually does restart. So let's find out. Going backwards. Ah, darn it. Try again. I'll try not to hit babies this time. Yeah, so I won there. See, because you hit 2 demons and that's more than 500. Okay. Oh, the music's awful. Okay, so you pick a number here. I'm going to say 5,000. Make it a little bit more difficult. We'll do a lot more with end of game later. Right now, this isn't isn't going to be one of our top of the line games, but at least we've learned a lot of things on about making games in this game, and we got a lot of objects, a lot of interactions. I think we're done, which is good. So thanks for watching the videos, and thanks people in class. Also, thanks for paying attention. I appreciate it.